Ruminating. Could I expand my cardiology self-experimentation to tandem experimentation? Today is Saturday, 23 May 2026 AD, and here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, ruminate about if I could expand my cardiology self-experimentation to tandem experimentation, taking into account tracking, measurements, and diet and exercise routine. So I'll note this is a shared Nobel Prize territory. So I currently do solo self-experimentation, so it's kind of a one and only one space in that sense of like for what I do, like as in my own stuff, that's solitary. So tandem would be doing things with another, and so that would introduce another. So Nobel Prize can be shared by 1, 2, or 3 people, so that would, you know, it would enter the shared possibility territory. So my David and my Josh are in a dead heat battle for first tandem spot with me. My David, my Mr. David Beckham, my Josh Kerr. The heart is a moral judgment organ. I aim to be the most ruthless for my God, Hades. So step 1, control assessments for tandem self-experimentation with my Josh. A base approach about dependencies in an area impacting both of us. See if I can convert his stress into my confusion space and bring that part of his blood pressure down. Finances as a protective layer. Out-of-house activity for preservation of home environment. He pays me $100 to pick/schedule his movies for a week, 7 days. Allows us to assess tandem and individual strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. SWOT analysis, part of my job as a professional development liaison at the University of California, Berkeley last decade, 2010's decade, when I was living in Albany, California. An example for this, the $100 is the $100 in the finances part. So the $100 breaks potential stress/confusion/control violations about first finances of the self-experiment. Removes transportation/theater/food/beverage initiation dependency. Yes, and so I might talk a little bit about 3. So there's different components of my self-experimentation and design. It's a really simple design of just control assessments. And so I've been thinking of talking through 3 different businesses/products where I can kind of like how a self-experiment of mine kind of works in the control space. And so it might be forthcoming this coming week. The 3 businesses at this point are Pop-Tarts, Regal Cinnabar, and the Cheesecake Factory. And so if that's kind of confusing to you now, maybe that video will help should it come to be. And going back to the Nobel Prize stuff, because a lot of people are like, we just want you to publish. We wanna try out your stuff and see if it works for us. Okay. So Jacob Elordi, will you be my date to the Nobel Prize in Physiology proceedings for my first 2 Nobel Prizes in Physiology if I come to win so many? Maybe I just want you, even if you're not mine. I fell in love with you on screen at the Cinnabar. My heart will always wait for you. You make me feel safe for these 2. Next one is Ghost of Michael Jackson. Will you be my date to the Nobel Prize in Physics proceedings for my first Nobel Prize in Physics? I want you by my side, dead or alive. Am I at a banquet and get asked about you? The kind people talking to me gesture and say there's no one there. I look and say, look at that. There's nobody there. Oops. Homer, and then the next one. Homer Odysseus, will you be my date to the Nobel Prize in Physiology proceedings for my 3rd Nobel Prize in Physiology if I come to win so many? So far as I am aware, there is no set topic for this one. He, however, already has a necklace in mind for me to wear. His choice, man's choice. So there we go. That's some ruminating. It'd be a lot of me hosting, at least up front. But if it's tandem, would my soulmate be allowed to host me? Whoa, that would be so much work to figure out. Good work, though. I like my self-experimentation. It keeps me fully engaged on myself, in part because it's my own design.